Hey everyone, this is Tom Birkenmeyer. I'm going to show you how to create success before your next event even takes place. Now recently I just did this and I did it really well. So naturally, because I did it really well and made some discoveries, I want to teach it. So now I'm teaching it. And make the note, as you learn stuff, you can teach it too. All right, so I did this event in Las Vegas, my favorite city on earth. And the way that I promoted the event online, especially over social media and my Facebook, before the event ever even took place, I was getting all kinds of leads, all kinds of interest, and some people even enrolled with their credit card, purchased product. It was awesome. So I had to teach it. It was like, going into the event, how would it feel if you put on this event, whether it be in your home or in a hotel somewhere or at a friend's house, you traveled somewhere, stayed put, whatever. You had this offline event, and before the date of the event even happened, you've already got signups and you've got enrollments and you've got new people to follow up with, just from all the the buzz, for lack of a better word for it, the interest and curiosity. How would that feel? It feels pretty good, and I know that you're thinking, man, that would be great. So I'm going to keep this training short, but then I'm going to include all the examples that you see that I'm going to whiz by here. I'm going to include in the description somewhere in this video, so you'll have access to them so that you can digest them, really sink your teeth into them, and most importantly probably is to change them, because I'm using my story. My story is different than yours, so you've got to make it true to you. All right, so here we go. This is the first post that I made on my Facebook. Big ol' fun announcement I'm saving for tomorrow. It's got something to do with Las Vegas and a sweet, sweet at the Flamingo. Stay tuned. Any guesses at what I could be doing? So in this one here, it's short. There's some carriage returns. I'm typing basically how I talk, and I'm building up interest and curiosity. And I'm also asking an interactive question. And when I put this on Facebook, there was a lot of buzz going on with this thread, a lot of interaction, which increases the exposure as to who sees this thread, which actually got me more new friend requests, people that I didn't have to introduce myself to. They found me because so many people were interacting and answering this question and all curious, ooh, what's Tom up to, and all these things. More people see me, so I get more friend requests. And in addition to that, obviously there's already interest and curiosity about whatever it is that I could be announcing tomorrow. So that was like your first message about it. It doesn't even have to be the actual announcement that you're doing something. It could be an announcement about the announcement that you're doing tomorrow or next week or whatever. And here's the actual announcement that I made the day later. All these people already primed, and they know they got to check back, so I've already conditioned them to keep reading my page. So 1 week from today, actually, let me correct myself here. I went back in time and tried to find my first post. I couldn't find it. Like, it was about a month out that I started promoting it. Yeah, so make that note too. About a month out, I started promoting it. But anyway, obviously 1 week from the event took place, I put this up there. Notice that the columns are narrow, not wide. I hit the return button when I wanted this to go to the next carriage. I type basically how I talk. It's more relatable. It's less salesy that way. More interest peaking, kind of anecdotal storytelling, and a build up for what's going on. Lots of relatables, especially in this paragraph right here, as you can see. And it's also, this paragraph is a little bit challenging maybe to people's beliefs, but in a way where I'm not being a bulldozer and trying to bulldoze people over. That just creates resistance. A lot of people, when they challenge people's beliefs, they do it in a way that is perceived to be kind of arrogant and just kind of a bulldozer, and people just raise up all kinds of resistance. So there's a very delicate way to do this, and that's why I got these examples for you here. And I start, well, I'm not going to dissect it here for you too much. I'm going to include it in the description so that you can really sink your teeth into it, study it, and see the psychology that's going on here and the authenticity that's happening. And make sure that, God, I can't stress to you enough that you change these, especially the parts about me, change it so that it's true for you. And you got to, figure out what your story is and develop it so that you can write like this. Here's just a small excerpt of one of my promotional posts that I made about it. There's a part here about all I know is my guests will learn about being a home business owner. So, it gives them an idea of what to walk into, because you don't want them to be like, oh, bait and switch. Questions will be answered. Egos will be checked at the door. It'll be casual, cool, educational, open, maybe even entertaining if I start to sing and dance, LOL. So kind of a serious thing here. Egos will be checked at the door. And then, ending that on a kind of a comical note there. That actually goes a long way, too, if you're going to challenge somebody's belief or make a statement like egos will be checked at the door. And then a moment of laughter right after. It really softens people up and gets them to absorb the message as well. In this particular update, there's not even a call to action. It's just so you know, not all of your posts, your promotional posts, have to have a call to action. This one is basically, good morning from wherever it is that I'm at. A little bit of anecdotal storytelling about what I'm doing with my day so far. And then that just segues right into only 5 more days until the event. And then this picture down here. I include a picture with a lot of my posts just because it gets more engagement, and the more engagement it gets, the more exposures, and the more exposures, the more people see it. And because it was attractive in the first place to get the exposures, the more people that see it, the more friend requests you're going to get, and then the more friend requests I got, which means I don't have to spend as much time talking to new people, expanding my circle. So this is serving multiple purposes all at the same time. But this is another example that I wanted to show you of how to promote an event and other various posts that, your posts are kind of varied. This one doesn't have a call to action. It's just a short little like sweet little thing here with the picture. And it's interesting, so it gets a lot of engagement and raises more curiosity, gets me more friends. It's really cool. So this next one here, I'm showing you these in kind of a progressive order, at least the ones that I could find. I didn't realize I was going to do this training until way after the fact, and there was a month of posts, and I couldn't find them all, but I found a lot of them. So in this next one here, bittersweet moment, dropped off at the airport by my birth mother, great week of visiting. So these other posts were pretty much made while I was still visiting my birth family, and then now I'm on the next phase of my trip, on my way to Vegas, getting closer to the actual event. Let's see here. And here's the name of it. I'm hosting an entrepreneurial curiosity social that I made up, still making it up as I go along. Going to show my guests. Going to be ideal for people. Going to be ideal for people who want to do this. Going to be ideal for people who want to do that. So people can, it's like relatable stuff. It's like people that have these things going on in their brain, these concerns, these desires or whatever. They're more than likely going to be like, okay, this looks cool, I'm going to keep reading. And people that don't have those things on their brain, probably not, which is a good thing, because you want to, it's sort of like pre-qualifying people before they even get to the event or before they even connect with you privately to find out about the details of the event, because you don't want to waste a bunch of time with people that have no interest in any of those things. So I'm putting it out there, and I'm putting it out there in a way that is attractive and creates curiosity, rather than putting it out there in a way that creates resistance. And then, of course, if you don't put it out there at all, then who knows what you're going to get. You're going to be just wasting a bunch of time with a bunch of people that have no interest in what you're doing. So I hope that all makes sense for you. Can't friggin' wait to create this experience. And honestly, I can show this to anyone who doesn't. This is a key thing. Like, I'm underlining a key thing that I did in at least half of these posts that I make promoting the event. Honestly, I can show this to anyone. Doesn't have to be in Vegas or even in person for that matter. I can show anyone over Facebook 1,000 miles away. I'm just going to Vegas because, well, I want to, and no one's thumb I'm living under to tell me what to do. I fired my boss 5 years ago. This part here, I fired my boss 5 years ago. If that's not true for you, don't say that. Excited, my plan is ready. Talk to you later. And so for this one, there's not even really a call to action, but man, it's like a peak interest statement versus a peak interest question. And I've got another training video on doing peak interest statements too. And sometimes, man, you don't even need to ask the question. Just putting something like that out there, if it's attractive and interest peaking enough, they'll come to you. It's really cool. And of course, a picture with that one from the airport, because in the post I said, what did I say? The first line, bittersweet, dropped off at the Denver airport. So there I am at the Denver airport. Okay, this particular post I did got me among the most engagement, among the most leads. There's people that enrolled for this, put their credit card down because of this post right here. It was incredible. And they were probably following the other posts too, so it wasn't just one individual post. This one, for whatever, just happened to be like a trigger post, probably for people that were reading all of my updates as well. So I'll read most of it to you, and I'll dissect it a little bit for you right now so you understand, just because this post was obviously very effective and I want you to duplicate it, but in your own way. So I love Las Vegas because you can be more yourself here without getting arrested for it. So right off the bat, I mean, most people, when they read something like that, it's different, it's unique, it just catches their attention. It's like the first minute of a Law and Order episode, and then you're hooked and you got to watch the full hour, right? So powerful hook right in the first sentence. Whenever you make a post or create content you're putting out there, like the first couple seconds, or if it's a video, the first like 5, 6, maybe 10 seconds has to hook them. If it's a post or a blog, like the first sentence has to pull somebody in. So anyway, I'll keep going here. What happens in Vegas creates fun memories. So a little play on words there, because everybody knows the original. I think the whole being yourself thing here is why I also don't have a job, don't want a job, blah, blah, blah. Big relatable, like people reading that probably like, yeah, that sounds really cool. That's me. I don't want a job. And again, if this isn't your story, you need to change this so that it is your story. And coaches, anybody reading this, I'll tell you this right now. There's going to be some of you out there who are extremely unsuccessful, and you're going to be unsuccessful because you're going to look at this and go, see, that's why Tom can create interest. He's already had the success of leaving his job, and you're going to use my story and totally self-sabotage your efforts. And I want to tell you something. When I started, I was almost homeless. When I started, I was depending on mommy and daddy to take care of me. I was pathetic. I had excuses. I was a whiner. And you wouldn't even recognize me. Like the first couple of years of my business, I would say that, to be honest with you. It took me a long time to unravel all that head garbage. And because I had that head garbage, my business was not taking off yet. And it's when I got over my head garbage, I was able to build my business. When I got over my head trash, I became faithful with the little things that I had so I could have more. You have to be faithful with the little things if you want to have a bigger business. So you're not going to have this story like this of being financially free, at least having the option of firing your boss or whatever and all these other things. That's not going to happen until you are faithful with what you have. So leverage your story, whatever success you've had, and leverage other people's successes as well. I tell stories of other people a lot, even today, and I always will. So moving right along, I just wanted to say that because I know darn well some of you are going to fail and continue to fail because you're going to be, see, Tom, you're successful. That's why I don't have the success yet. So I can't have success because I don't have it yet. You know, it's just foolishness like that. You need to be faithful, just as I was. Once upon a time, I didn't have success either, but I learned to become faithful with what I had. I learned to bloom where I was planted. You've been planted, you got to bloom. All right, won't say anything more about that, but I had to get that out there. All right, so moving right along, and sort of an entertaining anecdotal story that just brings people along here in all the text. Oh, tomorrow night! Exclamation. I'm hosting this thing, going to share, educate, show. Really, it's going to be about creating freedom and contribution cleverly disguised as a home business thing. It's a pretty cool way to share it, right? Most people ain't cool with living under the thumb of anyone, so this is all relatable stuff right here. Some people really don't want to be needy for the government or some company to take care of them. Some don't want to be vulnerable to that nonsense. And we keep going. And this is for them. Is that you? This is key down here too. If you're in Vegas or in the Vegas area you want to go, let me know via private message, and I'll send you the info. If you're nowhere near Vegas, but somewhere in the U.S. or Canada, let me know anyway. Locale is actually not an obstacle here. Just doing it because I love this city. No dumb boss to ask permission from. I don't need any other reason. It's about freedom and contribution. That's exactly what we are co-creating tomorrow for sure. So a lot of people that didn't live in the Las Vegas area reached out to me. It was pretty awesome. See how that works? It's pretty neat. Otherwise, if I didn't say that stuff, I would have missed out on tons of leads and tons more business. That's why I want to show you that stuff, especially that particular thread. This is the last one I'm going to show you. This is just another promo thing. This is what it looked like on Facebook. A really cool picture. I got some text over it. My website, fireyourboss.xyz, which is basically a blog site, not a storefront. And here's what the whole thing looked like. More anecdotal storytelling, really good anecdotal storytelling. And pretty much the same call to messages. If you're in Vegas, great. If you're not in Vegas, and I'll let you read that on your own time. But there you have it. Put together an event, make it successful before the event even takes place. And at the event, you could say that, and you can ask your guests, hey, how would that feel to you if you could duplicate that? More than likely, it'll be another talking point for you.